Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be reading Mike's Bike. It's on page 99 in Our Journeys, Unit 3, Decodable Reader. This is first grade, lesson 15. Before we read the story, we have lots of E's. The bossy E's or evil E's, however we want to call them, to look out for. When we see an E at the end of a word, or even if we see an E sort of by the end of the word because there's an S after it, we look for the vowel that it's going to make say its name. Tell me your name. I. So this word would say ides. So let's just practice that a couple times, and we're going to work on the ide and the ein word family. So this just says id, hid, right? I hid the toys. But when bossy E comes in, it looks for the vowel and it says, tell me your name. And the vowel, who's super scared, says, I. It tells him his name, I. So now you have to pronounce the word hide. And because, it is an evil E, he doesn't want anyone to know he's saying that, so he's silent. But he's there because it says I. Hide. Hide. So that's for the I'd word family. So let's look at those. Here's I'd. Let's go ahead and just move this out right there. And we have I'd. So this says I'd. Hide. The word we just read. And this says, let's sound it out from the beginning. I remember that says I because of the E. Slide. Slide. This says wide. This says ride. Ride. I'm going to ride my bike. And finally, that one says bride. Bride. So we're going to have several in this word family that are going to be in the story. And also we have, we have this one. This says in, eh. It says it's short sound, eh, eh. But when we add the E, it looks for the vowel and makes it say its name. The name of this vowel is I. Fine. Fine. How are you feeling? Fine. And this is like just a fin on a fish. Okay. Fin. Fine. The E has power to make this one say its name. So, let's look at some in the ein family. What does this one say? Ein. Mine. Ein. Line. Like write your name on the line. Ein. Fine. How are you doing? Fine. And finally, no, actually there's another one after this too. Okay, oh, that's a digraph. Shh. Ein. Shine. Can you shine the light over here? I think I just found my earring. Last one says v. Ein. Vine. So maybe you have some flower vines growing at your house. Okay, let's go ahead and just read the story. I'll read it to you and then you can read it with me. Okay, it's called Mike's Bike. So that's his bike. He's got a red bike and it matches his helmet. Mike's new bike is red and white. Mike just got it. Mike can ride it well. Mike rides his bike with pride. That means he's really glad he has it. And so he knows he's lucky and he has pride about riding it. Mike will ride his bike to see Nell. I think that's Nell. His dad will ride with him. Nell will like Mike's bike. Nell's bike is red and white too. Yeah, she has red and white. Hers is mainly white and his is mainly red, but they're both red and white. Nell did like Mike's bike. I like its white stripes. Mine has red stripes. Both bikes have stripes, Nell said. Yes, both of their bikes do have stripes. So hers has red stripes and his has white stripes. Mike, Dad, and Nell take a ride. So there's Mike, his dad, and Nell, and they're riding. This bike path is fun. I like it, said Mike. It is nice to ride on. I like it too, said Nell. Dad, Nell, and Mike ride for 5 or 6 miles. It is a long ride. This is the end, said Nell. It is time to go back. Okay, so I guess they're to the end of the trail. They stop at Nell's place. That was fun, Mike, said Nell. Mike had a big, wide grin on his face. Best time of my life, said Mike. So he just got his new bike and he got to go biking for a long time. If you're going to go on that long of a hike, take your parent with you. So now we're going to read it together. Okay, when you're reading a book, remember only to look at the words and follow along, and I'll help you. Are you ready? I'll use my small voice, and you can read along with me. Ready? Begin. Can you read that one? Mike's bike. Mike's new bike is red and white. Mike just got it. Mike can ride it well. Mike rides his bike with pride. Mike will ride his bike to see Nell. His dad will ride with him. Nell will like Mike's bike. Nell's bike is red and white too. Nell did like Mike's bike. I like its white stripes. Mine has red stripes. Both bikes have stripes, Nell said. Mike, Dad, and Nell take a ride. This bike path is fun. I like it, said Mike. It is nice to ride on. I like it too, said Nell. Dad, Nell, and Mike ride for 5 or 6 miles. It is a long ride. This is the end, said Nell. It is time to go back. They stop at Nell's place. That was fun, Mike, said Nell. Mike had a big, wide grin on his face. Best time of my life, said Mike. Okay, that's that. I liked reading that with you. Go practice in the link underneath this one with the slides. Bye-bye.